Hello everybody, it's time for another episode of AMA Air, and we're here at the Nats. Coming up today, we're going to tell you about our coverage plans for this year's Nats with our special guest, Terry Dunn.
Special guest? Anyway, we'll also do who won the IFlyAMA cover photo and our Club of the Month.
And we're going to tell you about a special giveaway from our friends over at Zap Glue. All that and more coming up today on AMA Air. Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of AMA Air, and as you can possibly hear in the background, we are live here at the Nats. Lee, welcome to the show, sir. It's good to see you finally in person once again.
You're right, and hopefully we won't stay out here too long. The sun is beaming down upon us.
It is.
But the weather is actually gorgeous.
It is perfect. It's a nice, like 75 degrees right now. There's no wind that I can perceive right now. And usually out here in the middle of the IAC, the wind is exaggerated a little bit. So the fact that I'm not feeling any means there is none.
Yeah, so we've been watching the control line aerobatics, and I'm thinking Bryce can do a pan back there, but those guys have been very active and amazing aircraft to see and a lot of talent. So we're going to tell you all about it.
Absolutely. I want to let you guys know, coming up at the end of the show, we're going to tell you about how you can enter to win some awesome prize packs from our friends over at Zap Glue. So stick around for more details on that at the end of the show. But let's just jump into the main event. Let's not bury the lead.
No.
We have a very special guest joining us here today from the great state of Wisconsin. Mr. Terry Dunn. Terry, come on in. He's one third of the RC Roundtable with our buddy Lee over here. And he's kind of our roving reporter for the Nats News this year. And going to be putting together the article for Model Aviation magazine, is that right?
That's right. This week I'm more focused on helping to coordinate the participants who are here and contributing their stories to Nats News.
Absolutely.
So on the AMA website, there's the Nats News section where you can find out firsthand accounts of all the different things that are going on here. I don't know all the stuff that's going on here. I've only done little snippets here and there, but the people who are involved tell you all about what's going on and how much fun they're having.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys want to learn more and read more about Nats News, there are blog posts going up every single day for every event. You can go to modelaircraft.org/news. We've got Nats News up in the nav bar. Lee's over here doing his other job, taking some videos. So if you see him running off camera for a second, that's why he's doing that.
Part of my job is do some social media, so I hope you guys are keeping track of our social media accounts. Definitely Academy of Model Aeronautics on Facebook, but we also have an Instagram page, so look for us there, and we'll be showing a whole bunch of photos and reels for your entertainment, and hopefully get some of you out there who have been timid about participating in the Nats to come out here and enjoy, because there are a lot of guys who just hang out here, and it's a very, very relaxing competition. I mean, there might be a couple of guys that are stressed, you know, let them be. But I had some great conversations with guys over at the carrier. Yeah. And we have a good time.
Absolutely.
And even just spectating. I was aware of control line aerobatics for a long time, but today's the first day I've actually watched a competition. And these pit stains aren't from the sunshine. I have a mini heart attack every time they do a wing over and they pull out at the very last second at shoulder height.
Well, there was one guy who didn't quite make that last second.
Oh, well.
Oh no.
He made the inverted pass and he just kind of took the rudder away. But it looks repairable, so it's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game, that's right. So, well, first of all, letting everybody know that we're out here. We're recording a little bit earlier than when you guys are actually watching this. Right now, going on at the Nats it's Control Line Week.
Yeah.
So we've got Control Line Precision Aerobatics that you see behind us, Control Line Speed, Control Line Racing, Control Line Combat, Control Line Navy Carrier. What am I missing? Am I missing any?
It's racing.
Racing is out at Site 6. So those are the control line events going on right now as we speak. We've got control line scale coming up later in the week. We've got pylon racing that's going on way over there. We've got RC helicopters going even way farther over there. There's so much going on right now here at the IAC. And Terry, I want to talk to you for a second, and because I need to know, is this the first time you've been to the Nats?
It is. I've been to this facility before, like for the National Fun Fly and other things. This is my first time ever, with a lifetime of being an aeromodeler, my first time at the Nats.
So what is, I know you've only been here for just a very short period of time so far, but what's your impression been like? I mean, is there anything that's really like this type of environment?
No, it's kind of hard to explain. Like right now, there's a symphony of different events going on that it's just hard to imagine all these different things in one place.
Yeah.
And like I said before, these are things I've heard of, but not necessarily witnessed in person. So even as a spectator, this is really compelling to me. It's fun to see.
Yeah.
And then you talk to some of the people and everybody is like, yeah, I've been doing this since forever. Once you come and do this once, you're coming back.
Right.
So I can see why that's the case.
It's certainly one of my favorite things to cover, you know, as a photographer, coming out and getting photos. Precision aerobatics specifically is a lot of fun to shoot because there's so much happening. There's so many people doing different jobs, doing different tasks. You see guys tensioning up their lines. You see we've got at least 2 flight lines going right now. I think there may be a third getting ready to start up. There's just so much happening here. So as you've been kind of gearing up to come out to the Nats, what have you been most looking forward to and seeing?
A lot of the control line stuff for sure,
Yeah.
and it has surprised me. And a neat thing that I didn't realize about the precision aerobatics, they're judged on looks. There's an aesthetics category to that. So there's no beaters out here. These are all beautiful airplanes that are flying around very well. So yeah, I think that's probably the one that I was most looking forward to seeing, and it has not disappointed one bit.
Absolutely.
I will say it's probably a lot quieter now with the number of electrics we're seeing. So
There has been a huge uptick in electrics in the last couple of years. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
yeah, and there's at one time when there were 3 planes in the air and 1 glow flying, and when the glow stopped, the other 2 were still flying. But they did stay. Oh no, they're electric.
Well, even right now, as we're standing here, I know we've got 1 glow going on the far end. This one in the near side may have been electric.
Yeah, he was electric.
I didn't hear it really spin up too much. So yeah, there's just so much going on out here.
Ballet.
There's so much, and there's so much really to talk about. You know, I have not had a chance to really make my rounds quite yet. I'm doing that hopefully this afternoon. Lee, what have you seen anything so far that has kind of caught your eye?
I did. In fact, I was talking about the carrier. Never seen it before. We talked earlier, said, Lee, you got to go catch that because sometimes they get done pretty quick. So I had to pull up my notes here because I met a nice gentleman named Ram Dooley, and we were just chatting. He was patiently waiting for things to get ready. I could tell he was eager to get started, but they were still setting up the carrier deck. But Ron, very nice gentleman. He had mentioned to me that his first Nats was 1967. And he told me he placed last place, but 10 years later he placed first place. And so I think he said this was his 12th Nats, and he competes in maybe 5 different divisions and carrier. So that's a really good story, and a very nice gentleman. And that's the kind of camaraderie, the kind of friendship. You just pull up a chair and talk to somebody, you'll be there. You better not make sure you don't miss your time to fly because you're just so busy having a good time. And yeah, we're just walking around for the precision aerobatics here. Just so many tents set up, people just hanging out, and hey, come on in, let me take a picture of you. Sure, they were eager to tell you the story of their Nats experience or their aircraft. And
it's really interesting because once we get to the final day of precision aerobatics, the amount of people that are lined up here on this runway to watch kind of those final 5 go and compete for the top spot it's really incredible how many people come out just to see that and to support those competitors.
Yeah, and somewhere back there is Mark Radcliffe.
Yes, our former District 3 VP. He actually, I won a couple of awards over the weekend. One of them was, and I forget what it was called, but it was voted on by the other competitors. So congratulations to our good buddy Mark Radcliffe.
Matt, if you go read Nat's News, you can find out exactly what award he won.
Segue.
Professional.
Just
professional. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Okay. So let's let everybody know. So we got Nats News and we've got the Nats article for Model Aviation.
Yes.
Let's start with Nats News. What can people expect to see in Nats News this year?
Well, the events that are written about there are the things so far that we're seeing today. And like I mentioned before, they're written by the people who are participating. So people who know the ins and outs and what's going on. And we see scores and events like this where there's the beauty contest, some great pictures of all the different models. So just really an inside glimpse of what's going on with each of these events.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to see and read Nats news, head over to modelaircraft.org/Nats. Nats news is up in the nav bar at the top, and that'll take you to the entire blog feed of Nats news. Every day there's new stuff going up. So if you want to follow along with the Nats, that's how to do it. Now, the other thing that you're here to do is to help cover the Nats for Model Aviation magazine. Right. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. Tell us a little bit about what you have in store for that article.
Well, I'm putting that together right now in my brain as we talk. There's so much to try to fit into. How many pages is the magazine? We're going to have to...
About 128.
Yeah, we're going to have to spread it over a few issues, I think. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of gathering all of this in and processing and putting together a plan. So to answer your question, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
It's going to be something, but it'll be through the eyes of somebody who's wowed and amazed by what he's seeing at the moment.
And somebody as talented as Terry Dunn is certainly going to put together an amazing article in Model Aviation magazine this year.
Terry, do you have any comments out there for people looking to write for more Nats news? Like we've always heard about, we need more people out there to cover the Nats. How can they reach you if they want to be someone to be a reporter for a discipline that they like to go visit and watch?
My email address is terryd@modelaircraft.org. Send me an email and tell me what you're interested in covering, and we'll see if we can make it work.
Because we want everything to be covered. Everything's got a unique spin on it.
Right.
And stuff that we may never know. Like the carrier, again, never seen it happen. Always seen pictures that you take, Matt. It looks very interesting, but I'm eager to go over there. We talked about this in our meeting, like to stick my GoPro there on the carrier deck and get some of these landings, because that just seems like, who would want to miss that? Have a control line plane spinning and trying to land on a very thin board.
Well, to that point, we also want to make sure that we mention our social media channels once again, because you're going to be putting up lots of awesome videos that you're taking out here. We're going to be taking some other videos with Bryce, who's sitting behind the camera right now. We're going to be taking photos. Both you and I are going to be taking some photos that we're going to be sharing out on social media. So
Flickr, Instagram, Facebook,
that's absolutely
YouTube.
Right. So be sure to follow all of the social medias, as they say. Is that what the kids say? The social media,
sure.
The socials?
If you're not sure, go to modelaircraft.org. At the bottom of the page has all our links.
There you go. Okay, well, Terry, would you like to stay with us for the rest of the show?
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm Fitz now.
Wait, if you were Fitz, you'd be working on something while we were talking.
You'd have to be distracted.
Yeah, I'm not doing. Anyway. So let's switch gears, as I tend to say. Let's talk about Club of the Month.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick, guys. So congratulations to our Club of the Month for July, the Utah Valley Aeromodelers. They're in Saratoga Springs, Utah. They were established back around 1987. They have 150 plus members. And what drew me to this club is that they have a lot of good intro pilot programs that they schedule events with the community. And they do, or they have in fact, submitted for a tag grant, which helps them, get the community involved. So really happy for them. They have a really beautiful facility that's part of the Saratoga Springs Park, and a beautiful asphalt runway. You can go check out that photo if you go to our Facebook page or our Instagram. We share those Club of the Months there, so you can go look at some of the photos. And on our webpage, modelaircraft.org, you can click on the Club of the Month and learn a little bit more, see a couple of the photos that I shared. Plus, but wait, there's more. This club is right off of Utah Lake, excuse me, and they do a lot of float flying.
Nice.
And just a couple of weeks ago, they had a float fly event that's a video on YouTube, and they have their own YouTube channel, which is also kind of nice.
Awesome.
And I encourage you to go look at that.
Is it linked on their webpage, I assume?
It's on their webpage. Oh, they don't have a webpage. They just use Facebook as their social media. But it's all there. But of course, on our page, I have that video in the Club of the Month link. So please go look at it. And then for IFlyAMA, which is a Facebook group that we have, Sherry Johnson, she shared a photo of her grandson with his Edge 540, and their club is in the Central Carolina RC Modelers. So thank you, Sherry, for sharing that photo. It was a really good photo of a happy, smiling kid. We need more kids in this hobby,
There
so
you go.
go find them, put their photos up there. You know, encourage others to get into this great and fun hobby. And by the way, there were 2 young kids over at Carrier. And
Really?
I need to go watch those kids attempt that, because that is so cool. You see, unfortunately, a lot of the older guys out there, but these 2 young kids, they were practicing, and I'm looking forward to
That's
seeing them
fantastic.
participate.
I love to hear that.
And combat and control line.
Oh, that's right.
aerobatics, yeah.
Oh, and you know what? If you give me a second, talk to him for a second, because I do want to mention something that's special happened at Control Line Combat.
Okay, so Terry, I mean, seeing youth compete out here in some of these, well, I don't want to say legacy events, but I mean, you know, Control Line, you don't typically see a lot of youth involved. I imagine that's got to be something that's important to see and exciting to see out here.
Yeah, it really is. It gives me hope that these events are going to carry on.
Yeah.
So it's good to see young people out here participating, which I'm honestly a little bit surprised by.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Absolutely.
All right, so from our wonderful Yolanda Jones, who handles NATS for us, she sent us an email and said Control Line Combat had 2 females that flew against each other, and it might be the first time 2 females flew in combat, and their names are Anastasia Miner and Amy Olson. So congratulations.
Awesome. Fantastic.
So we need to go back there and see if they've ranked up the scales there and see who might beat the boys.
Well, and the Miner family name is pretty ubiquitous with Control Line Combat.
Is that Andy's?
Yes.
Wow.
So there's a whole family of folks who with the last name Miner that compete out here every single year.
Control Line flows in their veins.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. So I'm not surprised that one of those has that last name.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but if you read Nat's news, you can find out a little bit more about.
Yeah, but I just told it right now on the show.
That's what I'm talking about. This is great. Well, guys, if you want to get involved in that the cover photo contest for IFlyAMA, head over to facebook.com/group/IFlyAMA, and there's a pin post up there at the top that you can submit your photo to be the next cover photo winner. We want to let you guys know the AMA Foundation Fly More Mow Less Sweepstakes is still running. That's a mouthful.
It is.
And that's okay. You can go to modelaircraft.org/foundation to enter. There's tons of great prizes, including a awesome autonomous lawnmower from Limo. And
it might take a while for this.
it might take a while for
your house.
But boy, for your yard, or for if you've got a small club field, boy, that would be awful fun.
And if you're not pushing it, who cares how long it takes?
Exactly. I don't disagree with that one bit. Hey, AirVenture's coming up.
It is. And we're going right after this.
So you guys are leaving Nats and going to AirVenture.
Yep.
On the road again with these 2. How about that?
Should we do a live show in the car?
No.
No.
Nope, put the GoPros on the dash.
There you go.
And you can just record the whole way, and we'll put something together. It'll be fun.
What's your CB handle, Terry? No.
Nope. Okay. So AirVenture starts up in what? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 20. No, it's
The 21st.
Yeah.
Monday the 21st.
We didn't write this down. Monday, yeah, well, we're getting a nod
2
from our
weeks.
producer. So we're going to have the Model Aviation Experience, sponsored by Wing, is going to be there. That's our simulation trailer. So if you're going to be at Oshkosh and you're going to be at AirVenture, come check us out and visit us at the sim trailer there.
Trailer's near the ultralight area.
There you go. Thank you.
A lot of kids over there.
We got the Blue Barn, the EAA Build and Fly. I know the Blue Barn is close to your heart.
That's me. So please look for us over on the what side? I'm looking north side. That's the east end. Anyway, it's called the EAA Blue Barn. It's where chapters get together and talk about their hobby. But we also have the Young Eagles over there, and so the Build and Fly program was developed by the EAA with partnership with Horizon Hobby and the Academy of Model Aeronautics to help chapters get kids started in model aviation, have them learn how to build a plane, what the parts of a plane are, and then take that knowledge, spread it to full-scale aircraft. And in fact, you'll see sometimes at the Blue Barn, there are aircraft that kids build at EAA chapters, full-scale aircraft, and they bring them in and, experimental aircraft.
Yeah.
and show their works, and it's amazing. You know, they fly them too, so that's amazing as well. So I love it because it's a really good partnership with the AA, and I love to get chapters to find AMA clubs in their area, so they can have kids flying model aircraft before they take them up in the air.
Absolutely. And then we also have the UAS for STEM drone competition put on by our education department. Those finals will be happening once again this year at AirVenture. So we look forward to that, and we wish good luck to all of the competitors that are going to be involved in that competition.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move on to one other thing that we wanted to let you guys know, because this is going to be the last episode before we reach the month of August. And the month of August, we typically have always celebrated our National Model Aviation Day during the month of August. This year, National Model Aviation Day is coming up on August the 16th, and it's going to be a great day for modelers all over the country. But there's something even more special we want to tell you guys, that we've decided that this year, starting this year, the month of August, we're going to be celebrating Model Aviation Month. The whole month of August is going to be Model Aviation Month. So if you have an event going on at your local club, be sure to go online and register that on modelaviationday.com. And it's going to be an awesome month-long event celebrating model aviation.
I might celebrate a couple of times.
There you go.
5, 6. Maybe that's the challenge accepted.
There are no rules to say you can't do that.
Fly every day. There's the contest.
Exactly.
Pick a day, fly. UMX, full scale.
Okay, so this is the moment a lot of you have been waiting for. We're going to tell you about our Zap Glue Giveaway. If you guys have been subscribing to our YouTube channel, which hopefully you have, you will have noticed that we've been putting out a lot of videos here recently with our friends over at Zap Glue. They have partnered with us to put together some awesome how-to videos for you guys to enjoy. And as part of that collaboration, they've given us some awesome prize packs to give away. We're going to be giving away a prize pack on each episode of AMA Air for the next couple of months. So here's what you need to do to enter. If you want to win one of these Zap Glue prize packs, you need to comment down below on this video. You need to comment and use the phrase AMA build in that comment. All one word, AMA build. We see it on your screen right now. You make sure that is in your comment to enter that giveaway. You have to comment before July the 31st. So you have till the end of this month to put that comment in, and we will announce the winner at the start of next month's episode of AMA Air. And no, you two and me, not eligible to win. Sorry, guys.
So we're announcing it during Model Aviation Month.
We will be announcing during Model Aviation Month. That's absolutely right.
Throwing that back in there.
So we want to thank the fine folks over at Zap Glue for partnering with us and to help give away some awesome prize packs to our viewers here on the show. Gentlemen, I think we have reached the end of our show.
Yeah, I got stuff to do, man. Wrap it up.
There's a lot of stuff to do. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us today for AMA Air here at the Nats. We hope you guys get to come out and see the Nats sometime soon. If you can't get out this year, next year is the 100th running of our National Aeromodeling Championships. What better time to come out and check it out?
Yep. And I want to throw in a last-minute plug for our crew. The work crew has made this site incredible. It is beautiful. So if you're not able to make the Nats, if you're ever in the Muncie area, come visit your club, the International Aeromodeling Center, and enjoy this flying site.
Absolutely. Well, guys, if you haven't done so already, please leave us a like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of those things that YouTube likes you to do. And we really appreciate, if you're watching on Facebook, you can do the same things there. Coming up next month, I'm really excited because we're going to give away that Zap Glue giveaway. So be sure you put your comment down below. And until next time, you guys, thanks for joining me. Lee, it's great to see you in person once again.
I get to spend the rest of the week with you.
Heck yeah. We're going to be out here at the Nats having a great time. We hope to see you on the next episode of AMA Air. Until then, happy flying, and we'll see you later.